Let's bring in Ohio Senator J.D. Vance. Every day, it's another drama with this White House, it looks like. What do your instincts tell you, Senator?
Well, Jesse, who among us hasn't been investigated by the FBI for storing classified documents and then given multiple heads up and a friendly stop by the FBI before they come to your house to try to execute a search warrant for those documents? I guess my reaction to this, Jesse, is this is fundamentally unfair. I think something that we as Americans hate is unfairness. We don't like, whether you're rich or poor, black or white, for one person to be exposed to a different set of rules from another person. We have to remember that Donald Trump was exposed to a massive FBI raid with many armed agents for this, what the Biden administration is saying was mishandling classified documents. They admit that their guy has been mishandling classified documents for decades, and he's getting kid glove treatment from the FBI. This is why people don't trust law enforcement. This is why people are terrified that the leadership of our federal law enforcement has become politicized, because it has. Yeah, and they were saying Trump was selling the classified documents to the Saudis or something. And then you have evidence on the laptop where it looks like Hunter was trying to shop some classified intel, or what looks like it, to an American aluminum company. Do you think they had guns, the FBI, when they went to Rehoboth, Senator? You know, I have no idea. It appears that they were very friendly. They were very honest and open about it, which, to your point, Jesse, it's ridiculous. This is not a real investigation if they're giving the subject of the investigation a heads up hours and days before they stop by. It's like, you know, if somebody was dealing fentanyl and the FBI gave them a call 3 days beforehand and said, you know, we're going to stop by your house and check on things. Of course, you're not going to find anything wrong. And this, again, goes to the heart of the unfairness. Clearly, the leadership of the FBI has decided that Joe Biden is going to be treated with kid gloves, even though we know this is a pattern of mishandling classified documents. Again, this is not just the past couple of years when he was president and could have theoretically declassified anything that he wanted to. This is going back to when he was a senator, when he was vice president, when he had no power of declassification, and when mishandling information was critically important and could have been critically damaging to our country. We know how important election integrity is, protecting our democracy. We've been lectured for years about that. Do you think the elections results changed by the fact that the persnickety librarian was silenced at the archives for telling the American people that Biden was storing classified documents in a closet in D.C.? Do you think voters might have voted differently if they had known that in November? Yeah, I do, Jesse, and it's interesting that these mistakes always happen in one direction. I think there's overwhelming evidence that go back to November of 2020, that millions of votes were changed by the fact that the big tech companies censored the Hunter Biden laptop story. And of course, a lot of leaders of federal law enforcement were saying it was Russian disinformation. We now know there was a massive November surprise, October surprise that could have happened in 2022. That, too, was hidden by the public. And this is a pattern where people in power hide information from the American people in an effort to persuade and influence the vote. I certainly think it had an effect. I mean, there are people I was running with in 2022 who lost by 10,000 votes, 15,000 votes. You think that didn't affect the election, then I think you're wrong. Yeah, you got an October surprise and a November surprise in back-to-back election cycles spiked. No good. Senator J.D. Vance, thanks for joining us. Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.